there, welcome to my Healthy Living topic of the week. I am Jilyana, the Senior Program Director of Health and Wellness at the Southtowns YMCA, and I'm happy to be here with you today to talk about a deeper dive to long-term success. So we are going to go through 5 steps to problem solving that will help link into setting up our SMART goals. So a couple weeks ago, we had talked about SMART goals and how to set small goals that will lead up to your long-term goal. So today we're going to kind of take a step back to how we even get to getting to a SMART goal. So we're going to talk through problem-solving steps that will help us create our SMART goals. Okay, so we have a deeper dive today into long-term success. So I have the steps in black, and then my example is in blue. So we're going to go through the steps and an example that I picked that will help walk us through. But I want you to feel free to take the time to put me on pause right now. Go grab a sheet of paper, your journal, your notebook, anything you use to keep track of your health and wellness goals. And feel free to walk through these with me. Okay? It might help to think about your goals as I'm talking. But if not, you can always go back later. Okay? Also, please note this example is for exercise, specifically physical activity. It kind of corresponds with the example that I used in our SMART goal video a couple weeks ago. So it's very similar to kind of put that together. But know that you can use these problem solving steps for nutrition, for your eating habits, for your exercise. It also is pretty applicable to anything outside of health and wellness goals. So just know that you can use these steps for anything. Okay? So the first step to problem solving is to describe the problem. And I want you to think about describing this problem in detail. So the example that I gave is I am not completing 150 minutes of activity. So my goal each week is to get at least 150 minutes of physical activity, and I'm saying that my problem is I am not reaching that goal. This is specifying a number of minutes, so I'm not simply just saying I'm not exercising, or I'm not doing my classes, or I'm not active enough. Specify the minutes. So it's 150 minutes that I'm trying to get, and I'm not getting there. Step 2, list all of the options. So how many different things can you think of that would be options to solving your problem? So for example, a walking route. Do I just say that I'm going to walk around my block 6 times and maybe by the 3rd time I might get back to my house and go inside? Designate a route that maybe you have to drive to so that you're there and you have to complete it. Do you need a walking partner? Is that going to make you more accountable if you're walking with someone? Social distancing and wearing your masks, of course, but do you need someone to help with your accountability? Are you going to take our virtual Y classes? Is that something that interests you and that you would be able to do from home and make sure that you're able to complete those either during the time that they're live or the recorded classes later? Do I need to move my equipment to a new room? So is my basement just not that exciting to go into to exercise? Move your equipment upstairs. Or vice versa. Is your equipment upstairs and you're finding that you get too distracted? Move your stuff into the basement or another room in the house where you can focus on your activity. Also, decide on a day or time. So am I trying to exercise on Tuesday, Thursday when those are my busiest days? Can I switch that to a Monday, Wednesday, Friday? Pick your day and time. Are you thinking of exercising in the morning, but you're really not a morning person? Switch your goal to at night. So think about all of the options possible, brainstorm, no idea is a bad idea, and put them all on paper. Step 3 of our problem solving is to pick the most realistic option. So what are you most likely to do? Now this is just for kind of a one-time example to try it. So these might all be good ideas, but pick one to start with to set up your SMART goal for next week. So for this example, my most realistic option is going to do the virtual Y classes for next week. So that's my realistic option. Step 4, make a plan and list the roadblocks. So this is where our SMART goals come into play. We'll get to that in a second. But before we even kind of get to setting our goal, you want to really think through everything that could happen first. So my goal, my specific goal is going to be I'm going to take 3 classes next week. So 3 virtual Y classes. And you can go a step deeper on your paper and write what classes are those. So go on to our website or Facebook page and see the schedule. And then list out the 3 classes that you're going to take. I'm going to take the cardio dance, the low impact, strength and conditioning, and the chair yoga. Or I'm going to take the boot camp class, the fusion class, and the intro to yoga. Write them down, okay? What do you need to be able to get to this point? Can you access Facebook or our YouTube channel? Can you hear it? Is your exercise equipment in a space that you can have your computer, laptop, TV in front of you and do the workouts? So how do you have to set up your space to be able to do these classes? Also make sure you're picking classes that are suitable for you. Now, the majority of our classes, you can choose the different options, different levels that are good for you, but make sure that you're not picking a class that is not going to be the most successful for you. Let's dive into our SMART goal, and I made a separate board here to go back to what we had talked about the first video that I did. So our SMART goal, so specific, measurable, appropriate, realistic, and timely. So for this example, I'm going to do 3 virtual Y classes. It's measurable because I'm going to list, I'm doing it on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's appropriate because I typically work out 3 days a week. So when the Y was open, I was doing 3 classes a week. And before I fell off my health and wellness goals, I was working out 3 days a week. So it's appropriate. I'm not starting from 0 and jumping to 3. It's realistic because on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I have less time commitments. So I'm not too busy that I'm going to talk myself out of my workouts. And it's timely because I'm setting the goal that by next Friday, May 22nd, I will have completed my 3 classes that will get me to my 150 minutes. So specific, measurable, appropriate, realistic, and timely. So our SMART goals, step 4, making a plan. Okay? Now the 5th step to our problem solving is to try your plan and evaluate it. So you can make this whole plan, and if you don't try it, then you have a great plan that hasn't been tried. Then make sure that you really evaluate. So if you get to next Friday, or if I get to next Friday, and I did not meet my goal, I only did my 2 classes instead of 3. 2 is better than none, so I'm on the right track. But what is it that happened that I did not meet that 3rd class? Was it because something came up that was out of my control? Okay, that really isn't going to be too much of a damper on my SMART goal. Or did I forget that on Fridays my daughter uses the computer all day long and I don't have access to another means to get the classes, so I couldn't watch a class because I couldn't get to my computer? It is Friday, my husband's day off, and he was just bothering me all day. I don't know. So think about why you did not meet your goal and what you can do different next week. Also evaluate what worked. If you do get to next Friday and you met all 3 of your classes and you met your goal, what was it that led you to that success, and how do you replicate it for the following week? So keeping in mind that SMART goals will be fluid and you want to switch them up from time to time, but you can only switch them if you really know why they're working or not. So evaluating your plan is a huge part of this process. Make sure that you're honest with yourself and that you're checking in on why certain things aren't working and how you can adapt to make it more successful for you. Okay? So let's recap. Let's put this together. Problem solving. So how are we even going to get to the point of setting up a goal for ourselves? We want to describe the problem, be specific, really hone in on what the specific problem is for you. List all of your options. No idea is a bad idea. Any option you can think of goes down on paper. Pick the most realistic option for you. make the plan and think about the roadblocks. What could come up? What do you need to do first in order to be able to reach your goal? Then we're going to go to our SMART goals. So specific, measurable, appropriate, realistic, and timely. That is also really going back to this describe the problem. SMART goals are going to be very specific. Then step 5, try your plan and evaluate afterwards. Did it work? Did it not work? Why? And how can you either continue your success or switch it up to be more successful the following week? Okay? So really take your time this weekend. Think about setting yourself up for next week. What are your health and wellness goals that you're trying to achieve? What could be something that's hindering you from reaching your health and wellness goals? And sit down, take the time, think about your problem-solving steps, how you can put it into a SMART goal, and get ready to try your goal for next week. Please let me know if there are any items on here that you need me to go over again in detail through the comments, either below this video or on our Facebook page. And let me know how it's going. I would love to hear what your SMART goals are. Are you meeting them? Did you meet them? Are you not? How you can adjust. I will definitely get back to your comments if you leave them. So please feel free. And then join me next week for our new healthy living topic of the week. And I will see you then. Thank you so much. Bye.